Not all desperate times call for desperate measures, because the ends don't always justify the means. Yesterday, we introduced Psalm 34, David's beautiful song of thanksgiving and praise for divine deliverance, and noted a seemingly odd introduction by an unknown scribe describing David's desperate measure in a desperate time. A psalm of David when he feigned madness before Abimelech, who drove him away, and he departed. Psalm 34. The marginal inscription by an unknown Hebrew scribe. It seems odd because the words of praise and thanksgiving for God's deliverance are connected to an action of distrust. The words don't go with the action at all unless we understand a little bit of history. 3 times men of great faith stumbled in their faith when dealing with a king named Abimelech. And in all 3 instances, God delivered them from the problems caused by their momentary weakness. First was Abraham. Living among the Philistines, he felt threatened because of Sarah's beauty and lied to their king, Abimelech, by saying, "She is my sister," Genesis 20, verse 2. Thinking her available, Abimelech took her into his harem. The rest of the chapter reveals God's miraculous rescue from the consequences of his lack of faith. Decades later, Isaac, the son of promise, gave the same lie to a subsequent Philistine king, Abimelech. Genesis 26, verse 7. When his lie was exposed, it created distrust and conflict with the Philistines that required another divine rescue. Genesis 26, verses 8 through 33. While David's lie was a different kind, he pretended to be insane. 1 Samuel 21, verses 10 through 15. It was still a sign of his weak faith in the moment. Once again, a man of great faith faltered and needed divine rescue. If a failure to trust God in desperate moments is our Sunday struggle, we're in the company of great men, but not in a good way, because all 3 sinned and had to be saved by God. Thankfully, God forgave them, and they moved on with renewed faith and were recorded as heroes of faith. When we read of events like this, they should give us great hope in 2 ways. First, we are reminded that even people of great faith aren't sinlessly perfect. So when our faith fails and we stumble and fall, we can look to them as examples of getting up and pressing forward. Second, God graciously rescued them from their sin despite their momentary failure. In a similar way, God's grace overcomes our sin and continues to count us righteous as long as it was a stumble and we got back up to move forward. Don't think for a moment their sin was excused. It was forgiven. In the same way, our sin is not excused, it is forgiven. Also, don't think for a moment we can keep on sinning and call it a momentary stumble. The faithful know they will stumble, but refuse to stay down because they rely on the blood of Jesus to cleanse them of sin. 1 John 1, verses 5 through 10. The question isn't, have you stumbled? That's a given. The question is, have you taken the most desperate measure of all and thrown yourself at the feet of Jesus? Thank you for watching the Sunday Struggles edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.